Hello, everyone. Welcome again to our new episode of Discovering Digital Creators.
Hello, everyone. Today we'll be discussing with Giovanni Benedetto, who is a digital artist who works with action painting, digital manipulation, and photography. So he will be discussing about his works and his perspective on NFT. So thank you very much, Giovanni, for being here with us. So tell me about how did you get into digital art?
Hello, everyone. First thing first, thank you so much for having me on Snifty. And yes, the future of digital art is a big question. What I see right now is that this NFT world is giving a lot of opportunities to all the artists I will say that are working with digital media. Big names, but also little names, and I see a democratization of the art marketplace. And yes, for me, it's I think it's a great opportunity to catch. And also, with the whole the pandemic situation, creating parallel environment where artists can express and exhibit and show their art and create a community. I mean, it's a big opportunity. That's what I'm thinking about right now.
And how difficult or how easy was for you to get into digital art?
What I can say that I realized a lot of time after I started working on my art that I was really into digital art, because for me everything started with klecksography art, and but it was always attached to digital manipulation, because my practice is basically based on klecksography. I use the klecksography technique, and this is the technique of making images starting from inkblots. And then I shoot it with my camera, and I post-produce the shoot digitally. So I was always into it, but I wasn't aware of it.
And tell me more about your klecksography technique. What is the technique that you use? What is the inspiration, or what is your methodology to have that kind of effect?
So during the last 12 years, I developed what I call an augmented plexography technique. It's a new way to explore the potential creativity of plexography. Again, plexography is the technique of creating images starting from inkblots. And the same technique used by Hermann Rorschach, the psychiatrist, to do his psychiatric tests in the early 19th century. The difference is that the approach, my approach is different, because I don't limit myself to the calcomania, but I throw the paint onto black cardboard. I fold it in two, and I work the matter through the black cardboard. And in this way, on purpose, I give the 30% of the process by the chance. It's made on purpose, because I don't have any predetermined idea of what is coming up. So basically, I follow the path of the matter until the matter can reveal itself before me. And I know, I get it when a premature artwork is born, because I see a mix of anthropomorphic shapes. So I don't limit myself to, okay, I fold the cardboard in two and that's it. I continue to manipulate it or to work on another pieces until I see a mix of anthropomorphic shapes, and that is the key that differentiates my work to other artists that use plexography.
And so you start from a physical artwork or from a digital one? Is it from photography that you start?
It starts from physical artwork. It's a real paint that I convert in a digital photography.
Okay.
But the important thing is to understand is that this original piece, for me, it's just a matrix that serves to get the digital manipulation, digital file. So the final work of art is the print of this digital file or the digital file itself, because it's only through photography that I can immortalize the moment when the paint is still wet, because I shoot it when the paint is still wet. Okay. And only with digital photography, I can enhance the texture that the form is made of.
So your practice, so the final piece is actually the digital one. So the physical one is the study. But at the same time, there is some kind of like performance on this, on what you do, right? Like you said that you have to film the artwork while it's still wet.
Yes.
And yeah, tell me more about that. Like, what happened if it's like you film too late or like too early?
Too late or too early? Of what?
Like compared, like if the paint is not totally wet or is already dry, like you want, what happens?
Usually, I shoot the one immediately. So I work on the physical piece, I unfold it, and immediately, or maximum 5 minutes after, I'm going to shoot it with my camera. So most of my premature artworks, premature is the name that embraces all the artworks made with the Augmented Plexography technique. So almost every premature artwork is shoot when the paint is wet. At the beginning, especially starting from the 2019, because before until 2018, sometimes yes, I was focused on enhancing the textures, but not on this feature of freshness.
Okay.
So if you see my work until 2018, it's one thing. From 2019 on, you can perceive the difference because it's more tridimensional. The effect is more tridimensional.
So your style has evolved since 2019.
A lot, and it keeps evolving because now basically I usually use one shot. Okay, it's one picture. From last year, I start to compose a lot of a picture in one. So I made a lot of close-up, and I combined them in one piece. There is one piece that I never released yet. I don't release yet. It's made of 126 pictures.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
And do you have any of your artworks that you feel very proud of, and like you think that people should check them out?
Yes, and it is my first the artwork that I use for my first NFTs.
So do you mind just telling us more about that artwork and the story behind it?
Okay, this artwork is the last one I produced when I did an artist residency here in Berlin. It was really the last one before the exhibition. And yes, I was really exhausted about all the month residency, and yes, it's coming up really good for me. And I chose to use it for my first NFT. I want to differentiate my physical artwork, that is the print, because the original, the matrix, are an A4 in size. The prints are, I don't know, maximum 150 for 100 centimeters, so it's huge, bigger. And I want to differentiate the prints that I sell compared to the NFTs, because I use some motion effects on for the NFT version of my artwork.
Okay. And you just mentioned that you did a residency in Berlin. So how was the residency? And do you think that there should be also a residency programs for digital artists who are into the NFT space?
That's a good question. I think that will pop up soon, because residency is, it's a common practice in the art world, and
Yes.
you see there are a lot of digital museum, digital galleries that are just
Popping up right now.
every day. So I think would be a kind of, because residency, the most important feature of the residency is that you can work in a different space.
But is it also the fact that you will also you get the support to improve your style and to evolve your work?
Yes, this is, of course, it's an important aspect of the residency, but it's a personal feeling that when I shift the physical space, when I working on my work, there was something that's changed in my mind, because I was in a different space, in a different environment, surrounded with different people, and this thing affected my work a lot. I mean, in a better way. So yes, answering your question, maybe it would be something more mentoring, artist residency, shift mentoring for digital art, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, some digital artists mentioned the fact that they would like to collaborate more with developers, with data scientists, with people who are technologists to create like really diverse and transdisciplinary art pieces. What do you think about that?
It's a natural evolution of this thing, I guess.
And do you see it as a thing happening, a good thing happening, or do you think it's like art should stay more isolated and more pure?
No, I don't think so. I think it is. More the connectivity, more the network, the better. That's what I see, what I think. Honestly, it's like 1 month that I opened my Twitter account, and it opened a world to me. I was always on Instagram, and I discovered a different, not word, but words on Twitter. It's crazy.
Yes, the whole digital art NFT movement is happening on Twitter right now.
Yes, and I didn't aware of it. That's the thing.
So I was aware of digital art and CryptoKitties about 2 years ago when someone who was involved in CryptoKitties mentioned me about this, and I just thought that it was very interesting. But because I was working on different things, I didn't pay enough attention. But now that I'm 100% into it, I think is really is a new art movement, and I think it's a very exciting moment in history.
Yes, what I feel, it's the don't maybe some traditional artists would be bothered after this sentence, but I feel this movement, I feel it the real contemporary. When I see
Yes.
when I see the artworks, the 2D but also the 3D ones, the aesthetic, I feel it real contemporary.
Yeah, definitely. And tell me, what do you think is the future of NFT, and where do you see your practice going?
It's a good question. The future of I mean, it is a really fast movement. So I'm honest, I don't know where it is leading this way. I don't know, and I'm learning day by day the system, the community, the platform. So I don't want to make a prognostic about the future. Again, for my work, I want to get into some digital galleries and groups, make some networks. That's what we are doing right now together, me and you. That's my plan. I don't know aesthetically how the direction that my work will lead. I want to learn 3D graphics and put the 3D graphics into my prematura work. That's for sure.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, 3D graphics is also one of the core fundamentals of digital art. And last question, do you have any recommendations for new people entering the space? Like things that you would say that they should have a look or consider before entering the NFT digital art space?
The first thing that come up to my mind is to think about the aesthetic of this movement, the NFT movement, and how you can add something new. This is my recommendation, because you see there are a lot of similar artwork, also a lot of different one, but maybe if you are new like me, try to consider how you can add a new aesthetic into the movement, because there is a big chance to take it, I guess.
So your main recommendation is to work on the aesthetics, on your craft, and propose something unique into the space.
Yes.
Before entering.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Great. Thank you very much for this interview, Giovanni, and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you to Stefania. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening, and please don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Twitter @Snifty, or visit our website snifty.com to know more about what we are building, a social network based around NFTs for digital artists, collectors, and curators.